This is the Ainohot Terra E-bike. It's a fat tire e-bike. It's made to handle a lot of different terrain. I personally like e-bikes like this because I like to ride my bikes on the pavement, but I also like to take them off-roading a bit on gravel roads, on my trails, through the yard. And I feel like a fat tire bike like this is perfect for all those situations. So I wanted to review it and share my thoughts about this to see if it might be something that's right for you. So like I said, comes with fat tires, but then it also is paired with front suspension, which also helps to dampen down any bumps or rocks that you're going to be going over top of. It also comes with a nice comfortable seat that I find to be pretty squishy and nice to sit on when I'm going for longer rides. So overall, pretty comfy and cozy ride when you take this bike out. But then not only that, it looks pretty awesome as well. First of all, it's a step-through frame, which I love e-bikes like this. It makes them so much easier to get on and off of, especially when they're a larger bike like this. If you had to like swing your leg around and you're older, you're a senior, or you just don't have the best balance, having the capability to be able to step through it like this is 10 times easier than a giant bar coming across the top of it. So I really like that. And I also like that the battery is embedded right into the frame here. It just makes it a little bit more minimalistic. You don't have a gaudy battery sticking out, and then it just keeps it cleaner overall and just nicer looking, I guess, as well. So I really like that about this as well. Taking a look at the handlebar setup, they just go straight across, so it's more of a mountain bike style versus a cruiser style that kind of has swept back handlebars. So it's a little bit more of an athletic position you're in while you're riding this. But like I mentioned before, I really didn't have a problem with this. I was taking this out for long rides around my neighborhood, and it never gave me any issues. I felt pretty comfortable when I was riding this. Also, it comes with nice grip pads on it. They're not the squishiest, but they get the job done. They also have a little bump out here for your palms, so it just gives you a little bit more surface area while you're holding on to it. It comes with a half twist throttle right here on the right hand side. Comes with a 7-speed Shimano shifter as well. And then on your left hand side, it comes with your bell. And then it also comes with your screen display. You just have to long press the M button to turn it on. And then once it's on, it shows you all your typical metrics on there. The one thing that I would prefer to see on a bike is the battery level shown in an actual number indicator versus just bars. I feel like it's a little bit more accurate or easier to understand how much life you have left when you're riding. So something like that would be kind of a cool feature to include. But other than that, it's very easy to see in the bright sunlight, and you'll be able to know how far you're traveling and your miles per hour, all that stuff. This e-bike also comes with a front headlight, but it doesn't have a rear tail light. Sometimes on other e-bikes, they will include a rear tail light right into the rear rack. So this doesn't have a rear rack. It doesn't come with a light either. So those would be separate things that you would have to purchase if that's something that you're interested in. I personally wish it just included it with it. That would have made it a little bit nicer, especially if you're riding in traffic or at nighttime. And if you want to haul something, all those things would have made it a little bit nicer. But one of the reasons that it doesn't come with a rear rack or fenders or light, things like that, is because it is a little bit more affordable of an e-bike. So at the time of this recording, it comes in at $1,300. And for what this offers you, I feel like that's a reasonable price. It would have been nice to include some of those little accessories like I mentioned, but it's still an affordable e-bike. Now I want to talk about the riding experience and the riding performance of this bike. So first of all, it comes with a 750 watt motor, so it felt like it had good power. It got me around wherever I needed to go, whether I was going up hills or riding in rough terrain. It didn't seem to struggle or bog down when I was taking it out in different environments. The one thing that's nice though, although it does have the power of a 750 watt motor, it still has a very gradual acceleration in the first pedal assist level. So it comes with like 5 pedal assist levels, and each of those get progressively faster. But in the first gear, it rides very smooth, very calmly. So it's very beginner friendly, or if you're just trying to maneuver through a city, you don't have to be bahaing around and getting in people's way. You can just ride this more casually. But then if you crank it up to its top speed of 20 miles an hour, which is the 5th pedal assist level, then it feels like a nice fast e-bike. So you kind of get the best of both worlds with this. The one thing that I wasn't the biggest fan of with this e-bike is actually the brakes. These are just mechanical brakes and they get the job done. They stop the e-bike, but I've know with some of the other e-bikes that I've reviewed and tested out, they seem to stop e-bikes a little bit faster, safer, more abruptly than this. And that's probably because the other e-bikes that I've tested out use hydraulic brakes and this is just mechanical. They just seem not as immediate as those other e-bikes. But again, you gotta remember that this is a little bit more affordable than some of the other ones. And one of the areas that they saved some money was on the brakes. So that is one downfall or drawback that I see with this. So there it is. I've really been enjoying this bike. I feel like overall, it's a nice solid e-bike. It comes in at a reasonable price. The riding performance is probably my favorite part about it. I love that it has a gradual acceleration, but I love that it has power as you get to its faster speeds. And I also like that it has good resistance at those faster speeds. Some cheaper e-bikes will have ghost pedaling going on when you hit 20 miles an hour. This one doesn't. I still felt good resistance when I was pedaling. So that's nice that you can do that. Or like I said before, you can just rely on the half twist throttle to get you around where you need to go. And determining on how you're riding this bike will actually dictate how much range you can get. I think it's anywhere from like 25 to 55 miles on one trip that you can go, which is a good range. I feel like that will get you around mainly anywhere you need to go. That'll get me to town and back from where I live. So it gets the job done for me. And there it is. If you want to learn more about it, I'll put a link in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. And thanks for watching. Have a good day.